What do you think about the new M3?
You're talking about the new Touring?
Yeah, especially.
Yeah, I mean, it's really, really awesome. BMW.
Yeah, right.
Welcome back to our channel, guys. So far we didn't have any content about the Toyota Supra on our channel, but today we're gonna have a look at the brand new 2-liter 4-cylinder Supra, and in our next video we're gonna have a look at its bigger brother, the 3-liter Supra back here.
So folks, same as always, we're going to measure the car on our dyno, stock and with the tune, and of course we're going to measure it 100 to 200 on the Autobahn. So let's go!
Pretty sure most of you have seen the Supra somewhere already. The design is a highly discussed topic out there, but I must admit, I do like it. Toyota took a lot of design elements out of the FD1 concept car, which has been presented back in 2014. On the first look, it is hard to separate the 3.0T 6-cylinder from the 2.0T 4-banger. Even the brakes are the same, depending on the spec of the 2.0T. But there are some small hints, like the slightly bigger exhaust tips on the 3.0T. The 4-banger is around 100 kgs lighter, but also 82 horsepower and 100 Nm weaker. Let's find out how that transfers to the street.
Alright guys, so important moment for me, first time ever in a Supra, even though it's been on the market for a few years now, and which is kind of weird, first time in a 2-liter Supra. I didn't drive the big one yet, so we're starting with the small one. Let's see how it goes with a 4-cylinder BMW engine. Well, I don't want to lie to you guys, it's okay, but it's not what you would like to have in a Supra, and it's not what you would expect.
So driving the 2.0T in stock now, it is actually more fun to drive than I would have expected it to be. Of course you can argue about the performance. I mean, in my eyes it's okay for a stock 2.0T, and you don't really feel the weight of the car in corners, you have to say. I mean, it's not a heavy car by any means, but it's also not like a Lotus Elise. I was a little bit, 2.0T Supra, not sure if it's any good, but I'm surprised how good the car is, and it feels really, really sporty. So it's really direct to place, turn-in is great. I have to say they did a pretty good job there. By the way, it's pretty rare to have a 2.0T rear-wheel drive, right?
So let's head to the dyno and see if we can get the engine power up to a point where it's actually fun. Let's go.
Welcome back guys to our dyno with the brand new Toyota Supra. Why brand new? Because we're talking here about the 2.0T, not the 3.0T, which is already on the market since a couple of months already. Engine is still out of the BMW family, it's called B48, however Toyota did some slight modifications to that engine. So let's have a look at the figures. Officially the car is rated with 258 horsepower and 400 Nm of torque. We measured the car now in stock with 280 horsepower and 460 Nm of torque. But yeah, a little bit more than claimed. As always, who's gonna complain, right? So I would say let's have a look at the tuning chart where the tuning is active. So let's have a look at the tuned figures. Please keep in mind this is the 2.0 T version, and we're having some really crazy temperatures in Germany right now. As you can see, intake air is around 30 degrees, which is really hot. Of course, that was the same for the stock as well. However, in colder conditions, I'm pretty sure we could gain a little bit more. About the figures, we are looking now at 298 horsepower and 484 newton meters of torque, which is an awesome improvement over stock, basically all over the RPM range. However, it drops off a little bit at the top, but that is due to the nature of the 2.0 T, right? So I would say, based on all the values we measured and temperatures and so on, this is the maximum figure we would recommend, and that is how the software is basically. Please keep in mind that is the 2.0 T version. We did some tests and developed a product for the BMW version of that engine as well. Interesting side fact, the Toyota version is running slightly more boost in stock compared to BMW. However, tuning with the tuning results are basically the same as on the BMW. We're looking there at close to 300 horsepower as well, same torque. So basically the performance tuned is the same as on the BMW. So I would say let's measure it on the street, 100, 200, and see by how much we can drop the time.
Alright guys, so back in the RaceChip optimized Supra. As I told you before, in stock it's a little bit underpowered in my opinion. Let's see if it got better with the RaceChip optimization. Let's go. Definitely way better. I mean, this was kind of a slope we drove up right now, and it still felt way quicker than the stock version.
So driving the tuned version of the 2.0 T now, we're looking now at 300 horsepower as we saw on the dyno, and the car feels a lot more aggressive, a lot more torquey on the streets for sure. That's what you can feel immediately. I think it's just what the 2-liter Supra needs to actually be a real sports car, because as you can probably tell by the shaking of the camera, we're still on a curvy road with a lot of turns, and on the straights between the turns now you have the power to actually get to the next turn in a quick way. On roads like this it is really I mean, a little bit more countryside roads, it's a lot of fun to drive. And as I said, at least in my opinion, it's the perfect amount of power now. It's still, of course, a 4-cylinder sports car, so it's not the best car to do a battle with a Porsche 911 on the Autobahn. You have to be aware of that. But with the optimization now, it's a complete package, and at least as long as you don't drive the 3-liter Supra, which I didn't do yet, it doesn't feel like a downgrade in any way, which is a pretty good thing in my opinion. And a lot of fun to drive, as I mentioned in the stock review already. The chassis and how the car corners and everything feels really awesome. A lot of fun to drive definitely, and especially now with the tune, a lot more fun than in stock, as you can feel the more torque for sure. In my opinion, time to head to the Autobahn, do the 100 to 200 comparison measurements, and let's see how much faster the RaceChip tuned version is above the stock one. Let's go.
At the end, we got a decent power improvement and dropped the 100 to 200 times by around 2.2 seconds. Conditions has not been the best, so I would assume times can be optimized even more. Handling on the 2.0 T is really good. You can definitely feel that the car is lighter, but does that actually equals the performance difference between both versions? In my humble opinion, you should not compare both cars directly to each other. as they have a completely different purpose and target customers. Guys, I really hope you enjoyed the video. Pretty sure Fabi is back for the next video, which will feature the 3.0T Supra. If that is the case, feel free to leave us a like, subscribe to our channel, we would really appreciate that. If you have any questions or input, simply use the comment section below.